Hey, welcome back. It's Sean and Toby.
Sean's back, and I got a new hat. It was Dazed and Confused night at the Round Rock game. I didn't know what it was. I just liked the colors, but it's got paddles and a shamrock. Anyway.
That's confusing. I wouldn't have known what that is.
No, but it matched so many of my outfits, I had to get it, and it looked kind of badass. And then the next night when I went to the game, it was explained with the Dazed and Confused thing.
It's a good baby blue.
And I'm trying to plan a sexy red Welcome to Pound Town promotional night for the Express next week.
Hell yeah. Man, if they don't go with that, they're insane. Like, Sexy Red's got it going on. What part of the movie do they use paddles in? Is that the beginning when the cheerleaders are...
I think there's two like wannabe junior frat boys trying to haze somebody, but I only saw that movie in the theater when it came out, which was in 1994.
Right. And the Shamrock, what part?
I don't know.
I don't know either. They should have had something about the Carousel Lounge on there. All right.
I think that there were some T-shirts that said that,
and
they had a what do you call it? A drone show.
Oh, cool.
And at one point, because I saw it 2 nights in a row, it said all right, and then the letters, they melted down, and then it formed that water tower that's in Pflugerville.
Oh yeah.
That split up. It was kind of cool.
That's cool. And at no point did it form into McConaughey's chest.
No, it had a train, and it had a bat hitting a ball into a glove across the sky. It was cool. So they've kind of, I guess, with all the drought they've had, they're trying not to do fireworks shows, so they started having a drone show.
I want to see the Sexy Red drone show.
Yeah.
What would that be? All right. Anyway, we got some fun stuff to do today. We got some way back 80s San Antonio talent. We got some new kind of garagey stuff. And, of course, we have death metal.
Yeah, and shit. I'm going to start off talking about some reissues that came out. They're reissuing all the Island Records part of Tom Waits' discography. So they started off with the trilogy of Swordfish Trombones and Rain Dogs, followed by Frank's Wild Years. And I had to get them, And so then I also went and I listened. Shelly and I driving in the car, she was patient enough to listen to the old versions. I didn't listen to the old version of Swordfish Trombones. I couldn't find that in my collection, but I did listen to Frank's Wild Years and Rain Dogs. And then I listened to the new versions of Frank's Wild Years and Rain Dogs, and I gotta say, you gotta get the new ones, because they're not that expensive, and it sounds like in HD, it's just, it's a remaster, not a remix.
Okay.
But especially all the little percussive things they do, you can really hear the full dimension of the sound in it. And I like it as much as I like the Ramones remasters that they did, I don't know, 8 years ago, which I just love them. I think it's just an improved mix on the old one. It's like seeing an old picture in HD all of a sudden. And so I'm looking forward to getting Bone Machine and Black Rider. But yeah, and also this was remastered. Cherub's first album, Icing, on Brutal Panda, because the old one, I have the old Trance Syndicate one somewhere, and I did not go back and listen to both. But I can say that this sounds awesome, and it's the only way you're going to get this album.
It's not streaming anywhere?
Well, it's probably streaming, but Trance Syndicate hadn't been around in quite a while. So
cool.
If you want, you can get that record. But I also got the Mudhoney. They put out this set, and it's all their reprise recordings, 92, 98, Real Low Vibe. And so it's got Piece of Cake, My Brother the Cow, Tomorrow Hit Today, a little booklet, and this Live on Tour Now, which I'd never seen. But all of these, all of them have bonus songs on them too. So, and this one God, ton of bonus tracks on My Brother the Cow. I mean, all of them have lots of bonus songs, including the live album. So
That's so cool.
that's been really cool to listen to.
Yeah.
I haven't made it through the whole thing yet. I definitely listened to Piece of Cake.
Those are some of the best records too. I love.
I think my favorite is My
today.
Brother. That's great.
My
I
Brother
think
the Cow.
My Brother the Cow might be my favorite Mudhoney record. Anyway, so yeah, that's the reissue stuff. And so we've got a bunch of new stuff. Actually, the first thing we're going to talk about, I guess, is a reissue.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, so... Go ahead.
Partial reissue.
Partial reissue. So some of this was already released. This is Existential Vacuum, so...
That's from 96.
96, Ryan Richardson. The Mystery Dates from San Antonio Garage Rock Lessons. And this is the new one.
2023. This compiles... the Mystery Dates, 3 singles plus new tracks that have been unearthed. And look at this beautiful pink vinyl.
Oh, nice.
This officially hadn't come out yet. You can only stream 4 of these songs on Bandcamp, but I'm sure that'll quickly... What's the release date on this?
September 28th, but you can go to Midnight Cruiser Records. It'll link you to Bandcamp or however that works, and you can listen to those 4 songs.
I mail ordered it, and they were happy to send it to me ahead of time.
Yeah. And if you go to the website, it still says the 28th for the vinyl, but yeah, apparently you can get it
Bingo,
sooner.
here it is. I've had it for a couple weeks now, and it's awesome. I gotta say, the package is killer, and if you collect Texas punk rock, your collection isn't complete until you have this record now, unless you have all the first singles. But I gotta say, I listened to both of these, and this was great, but they've mixed it way better on this.
God.
I mean, this is the versions on here. They've really updated it. It sounds really juiced up. I don't have the actual, because this, I mean, Mystery Dates were long gone when this came out. This was kind of bonus already when Ryan put it out.
Right.
But they found 5 more bonus tracks for this. So this single's on the second side. And then there are 2 singles they put out when they were a band from 82 to 84. So
It's their complete catalog, basically.
it's everything and then some. So, there's great liner notes by Jeff Smith of the Hickoids. And, I mean, really impressive. And I'll show the booklet to you. Can you hold that up?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so Frank... how do you pronounce his last name? Puglisi. Okay. We just know him as Frank from Sons of Hercules, and he's a punk legend. He was in the Vamps that opened for the Sex Pistols when the Sex Pistols played San Antonio in 1977. And then Mystery Dates were the band that Frank had from 82 to 84. And then since about 1990, Frank's been in the Sons of Hercules. And we were just listening to this album together, and there's a couple songs. It's Borrowed Time. I know the Sons of Hercules performed that one, and
maybe Take It Home.
Take It Home.
I swear I've heard that one before.
Because I mean,
Sons
how
played
many
that one.
times do you think you've seen Sons of Hercules?
At least 25 times.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just a real staple of the scene. I mean, for decades, and so. The Mystery Dates were equally as brilliant, but much more short-lived. And man, what a great record! I mean, this whole thing rocks, and it's I can't recommend it highly enough to anybody, especially fans of Texas punk rock.
Yeah, absolutely. The
Uh-huh.
liner notes talk a lot about just kind of like any band that never really got their moment. In a small town or even in a big town whose scene wasn't quite thriving yet. I don't think the scene was really ready or there for the Mystery Dates at the time that they came out, especially with what they were playing when like there was a big, dividing line between new wave and punk rock, and then I guess the hardcore scene was slowly starting to get built up and hip hop at the same time. So it was a real weird melting pot of like music finding its rhythm in each genre, but the musicianship here, let's see, Frank on vocals, Dave Norwood guitar, Flynn, what's Flynn's last name? Mouth? Guitar, Arthur Hayes on drums, and Mark Williams on bass. Like, these 5 guys.
Arthur Hayes was still playing until he unfortunately passed a couple years ago.
Right.
But he was, the name of his band in Houston, it says on here, but he was still going until Screech of Death.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing with them till the end. And, Frank's still going. I'd love to see the Sons have played not as much lately.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to, if I see them booked again, I'll be sure to go see it.
But I just love hearing Frank's voice over the years because he's just really unmistakable. And, like, what a real presence, like to meet Frank or to see him play or to talk to him.
The thread, other people I've known, his thread through his work is really solid, like it's consistent vision of like proto-punk, I like the story. There was an article about him in the Chronicle a long time ago, and he told a story where he said when he was a student at UT in the 70s that he got into the New York Dolls album when it first came out, and nobody liked it back then, and he was driving back to San Antonio and he picked up a hitchhiker and he had that album on tape, and the hitchhiker's like, "What's this?" And he's like, "It's the New York Dolls." And after a little bit the hitchhiker was like, "Oh, you can let me out up here." Like he was originally going to go back to San Antonio with him, but he said like people really hated it that much.
How could you? That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and now you listen to it and it's so like Chuck Berry rock and roll,
right? And there's some hitchhiker today going like, "Man, a guy picked me up like back in the 70s, was playing this for me, and that's where I first heard them." And he probably doesn't tell the story about him jumping out of the car because he didn't like it. He's probably a cool guy now. It's like going with the story.
This so the new songs: "Life's a Drag," "Take It Home," "Cold Turkey," which is not the John Lennon song, "Dog Bite," and the cover of Jimi Hendrix, "Foxy Lady," which the Foxy Lady cover sounds like it's from a practice tape, but it's still rocking.
Yeah.
And so these guys, if you know the Sons of Hercules, they're like the garagey. This is a little more frantic than that. They're more garagey, Nugget style rock and roll with influence on like the Saints and like the 70s Radio Birdman,
right.
And I gotta say the Mystery Dates are a bit more of the time, and I'm gonna say show youthful, frantic youthfulness, and what a great record. Yeah, I can't recommend it highly enough.
Yeah, super awesome. And,
reissue of the year so far.
Absolutely,
right? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So what's it on? What label?
It is called...
I should know. Midnight Cruiser Records.
Cruiser Records.
I should know because they were nice enough to send it to me way early.
Excellent liner notes
Great
by Jeff
package.
Smith.
Yeah.
Jeff tells the complete story, to his best knowledge of everything that happened with the Mystery Dates and kind of each member's beginnings and ends and currents. But it couldn't have been a better explanation of who they are and what they were about and the scene that they were faced with.
It sounded like a couple of the guys moved to Austin and got into all the weird bands here and wanted to go that direction. And that was one of the factors. Plus drugs,
Yeah.
So anyway, let's talk about this next.
All right.
It's been out since March, but I've been hip to it for about 2 months.
The Whiffs, Scratch and Sniff from Kansas City, Missouri. These guys formed in 2018. American power rock, power pop. This is their third full length. Like Toby said, this came out March 3rd on Dig Records. What do you think about this?
Oh boy, this as you can tell, since the cover might remind you a bit of the Beatles' Hard Day's Night. This is a power pop record, is what it is, and they do it very well. Wow, I really like it. The band this most reminds me of. Oh, do you have one in mind?
I've got a few in mind.
Okay, think of the number one. Okay, and we're going to say it on 3. Okay? 1, 2, 3. The Raspberries.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, okay. There's man, I wrote down, because So, I mean, like the Beatles, they have a few different singers. I guess the drummer doesn't sing on this, but they've got 3 singers, 3 songwriters. The song Won't Go Away especially sounds like the Raspberries to me. But Zach Campbell, Roy Cameron, Joy Rubbish, and who we have on drums? Jake Cardwell.
Yeah, Jake Cardwell.
Anyway, good notes on this one, too. And, dude, this is awesome. You know, I don't really listen to Little Steven's Underground Garage a lot lately, but I sure hope they're playing the shit out of this because it's super catchy.
Yeah.
And do you have any favorite songs on this?
Yeah, I love the song What They Say. That's probably one of my favorites. Second song on side 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Wanted and don't know what else to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I Don't Need You to Know. I really like those a lot.
Right. I should clear up, like, so if there's bands I think this sounds like, if I can bring it.
Yeah, what other bands?
Contemporary, I think this is like a good comparison to like the Fleshlights meets like Big Star.
I'm going to say Exploding Hearts.
Exploding Hearts, yeah.
Yeah, but
Nick Lowe.
actually, unfortunately, not contemporary.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But no, it's a solid effort. These guys are like the best at what they're doing, and yeah, like you said, at this
really solid songwriting and musicianship, and they say it's lo-fi on here and recorded in the living room, but it sounds kind of warm and just right to me. You know?
They played here, missed the show.
Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah.
I would love to see this band. This is a band I'd like to see at fucking Goner Fest, but I don't think they're playing that.
Yeah.
You know?
And shout out to Rebecca from Total Diamonds. She turned me on.
Oh, did she? Well,
yeah.
Thank you, Rebecca. She's
Yeah.
the coolest. We're playing with them on Nigel Tufnell Day with John Motard. So, sure y'all know when that is. All right, so we're gonna. Oh, hey, I forgot another kind of reissue series kind of thing is before on one of the episodes by myself, I talked about the series where they're reissuing or they're putting out the archival series of all the UFO live shows that have been recorded. Now that the band has retired, they're focusing on that. And so this is the second one in the series. The first one was from 1993, and this one is from 1977, and it's not as long. This from Agora Ballroom in Cleveland, July 11th, 1977. And it's great. It's they do the hits, fucking Lights Out, fucking Shoot, Rock Bottom, Too Hot to Handle, Doctor, Love to Love. Anyway, and some other songs, deeper tracks, a few. It's like a 45-minute set. It's not as hi-fi as the one from '93 that I had, but it sounds like it was taped off the radio. It kind of fades in like someone's turning on a tape on a radio
Really?
broadcast.
Wow.
But the performance is so good, and I mean the sound quality gets better immediately, but it's not as hi-fi as all of that, but it's totally worth having. I've rocked it out a few times, totally fucking fun, but I'm a big UFO fan. So we're gonna get to.
You are a big UFO fan. You've gifted me UFO a couple of times for my birthday.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Knife.
Oh my God.
Knife, Heaven into Dust, from Hesse, Germany.
John Motard turned me on to this band. He was hip to them on their first album, and this is their second album.
Thanks, John. These guys are kind of new band. Started in 2019. I'd say that they're fucking, I don't know, speed metal thrash.
They're self-described black metal thrash punk.
Okay, perfect. Black metal thrash punk is exactly what they are.
You know what? Here's how you can tell what they sound like. I'm going to show you a picture of the band. All right, if I can get this thing out of here. They sound like this. 4 guys.
That's what they sound like.
Yeah. So this album is a whole lot of fun.
You can tell they fucking solo out. The drummer is insane. Screech vocals the whole time.
They're Italian, right?
Thrash to the core. German.
They're German.
Yeah, from Hesse, Germany. No, like, this is a great Napalm Records release. Came out June 23rd this year.
So these guys, what do they remind you of?
Oh my God, Destruction.
Zeke.
Without
like the humor, like white trash element, but like maybe like Kill 'Em All, Metallica.
Yeah.
It kind of informed later by like Zeke, and I know I watched an interview and.
Not so much Flat Tracker, but like the faster stuff. Like
And they said they were also got into like Turbo Negro and stuff like that later on. But they incorporate all of that, and it's just a really fun record.
God damn, it's so fun. It just shreds through and through. This is again probably going to be. Not again. This is for
it's going to be on
top 20, I'm sure. At the end of the year.
It might be top 10.
Yeah. But no, just great musicianship. They got Laz Cultro guitars, Vince
Nihil
on vocals.
You think his mom named him that?
Maybe she's a big fan of Motley Crue. Furley Cotello on drums and Gypsy Danger on bass. These guys are on tour in Europe right now. They've got a video for Night Vision and Heaven into Dust. Tobe, what was your favorite song?
Okay, my favorite song. You got yours in mind?
I fucking forgot to pick one. Oh, but I know what it is.
Okay,
it's when I was
on
chanting
3.
Wait, what's the name of it? You already know what it is. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
With torches
Black
they
Oath
march.
and Spells. Okay, Black Oath and Spells. With Torches They March. That one's awesome. The title track, Heaven into Dust, is killer. And The Arson Alchemist is fucking
That's a great
badass.
song. That's what I was listening to when I pulled up today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was going to read the Realm of Violence is good.
Yeah, please read some lyrics.
Okay, yeah, I haven't done that today. Black Oath and Spells. Like a seraph of filth, an angel deprived, a sister of Babel turned away from the light. With her burned wings she cannot fly. Set her ablaze and bathe in her cries. Black Oath and Spells. Before the altars of desecration. Black Oath and Spells. Your life I will take. I will take. Black Oath and Spells. In the hour of immolation, Black Oath and Spells, your life I will take, burn at the stake. On that fiery pale, I see her smile, the angel of vindication ascends from the sky. In splendor and magic she doth arise, the trumpets will blow God's sacrifice. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman set upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and above her forehead was a name written, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, and abomination of the earth.
Yeah.
Dude.
And sing the last line.
A+ fucking dudes.
Sing the last line like the singer's voice.
What? Black Oath and Spells!
Yeah!
He's got one of those voices that's like Nazareth, you know?
Yeah,
Like fucking Brian Johnson and I don't know, what's his name? Dan Cafferty, was that the singer from Nazareth, the guitar player? Anyway, fucking dope.
I want to see these guys. I was telling Toby on tour with Hell Ripper or Midnight.
I want to see him headline at Lost Well.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
With the Drunks and John Motard.
Yeah. Me too.
Okay, so Knife.
Heaven into Dust.
It's a great job, Knife. Love you guys. All right. And now for the fucking death metal kingpins, fucking Dying Fetus.
Make them beg for death.
Their first album in like 7 or 8 years. These guys are brilliant, but not prolific. I got into them in 2012 with their album Reign Supreme that I believe I named the album of the year in 2012. And this is their second album since then, you know, so they had an album 5 or 6 years ago called The Wrong One to Fuck With, and this album is called Make Them Beg for Death. And, you know, they take their time on their shit, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, let them take their fucking time, because, it's worth it. Yeah, it's so worth it. I'm glad
there's
not
no
pumping out
bullshit
shit
on here.
Yeah.
It's like... It's a solid record. This will be fucking top 10, you know?
Easily. Okay.
I mean, this, man, so let me see. John Gallagher's our main dude, guitar and vocals. He's the guy who's kept the band going forever.
Yeah, Sean Beasley on bass. He's been in the band since 2001, and then Trey Williams since 2007. God damn, Trey Williams. How about that double bass? Have you ever heard faster double bass in your life?
Yeah, it's total progressive death metal.
Technical death metal. I can't play that fast with my hands like the way that guy plays with his feet. It's insane. It's on Relapse. Just came out on the 8th of September, and this is their, like Toby said, 9th studio album, even though they've been around since 91.
Yeah.
They took a break, yeah.
No, they've been touring the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, they put out an album every 6 years or so. Like, the lineup was in constant flux, it seems like, from album to album on, like, their first 5. I don't know that part of the catalog, but as well. But man, I sure played Reign Supreme a shit ton when that album came out. It's so damn good, and that was right when I was like really just getting into death metal. You know. So
I listened to the record before this, and I'm looking at the name.
The wrong one to fuck with.
It's the one that came out before this.
It was good.
It's good,
but it's not as good as this.
Exactly.
And it's not as good as Reign Supreme, you know? But, damn, so let me see what songs I liked here.
One thing that really holds it all together, though, is, like, John Gallagher's solos and his guitar. Like, that's him, right? And that's one thing that's, like, always been consistent with all of their records, at least the ones that I've heard, is just, like, his unmistakable guitar solos.
And they do this thing where it's like, it seems like he's soloing over a fucking drum fill, where it just is... but it's synced up just perfectly. Yeah. Everyone's gonna fucking go to town at the same time.
Right. Right.
I love it. It's great. And you know what? These songs don't sound that much different from the songs on Reign Supreme. You could almost put it, but the level of songwriting is great. It's not like they've changed their style in any way, but man,
you got a favorite song?
Sure did it right.
I mean, they're all stompers.
Yeah, okay. On 3. You got one?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Throw them in the
Fury.
van. That's my second favorite, Unbridled Fury. So it's these 2 songs in a row. Throw them in the van and Unbridled Fury. Start there. If you don't like that, then don't bother.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, Enlightened Through Agony, fucking Feast of Ashes.
They got a video for Feast of Ashes. You can listen to the whole record.
The one at the end, Subterfuge, is fucking cool.
I think it's insane. Well, I think it's weird how like Relapse will just release the entire record on YouTube, right? Like the whole thing's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So yeah, go listen to it on YouTube if you don't want to pay the money for it. But these guys are going to be in Austin, and I'm super pissed that I'm probably not going to catch them because they're playing the same night as the Chaps. But they're playing on October 28th at Come and Take It. God, it's going to be a fucking
Should I read
show.
some lyrics?
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to go. I'm going to throw them in the van. It's nice. I got to look close here.
Yeah, get your magnifying glass.
Coming from behind, my headlights drawing near. A sadist in the night. A psychopath on wheels. With a toolbox at my side and duct tape in my hands, my rope around her neck, I drag her screaming. Then I throw them in the one by one, with fear behind their eyes, throw them in the each and all begging for their lives, throw them in the van. Once I get my fix, I flee. Leave them for the maggot feast. I don't know their names at all. Never found and never caught. Once I get my fix, I flee. Leave them for the worms. I don't know their names at all. All I care is they die for me. Throw them in the van.
You talk about the most guttural death metal fucking vocalist ever. Yeah, no one can get lower or crazier than Jeff Gallagher. John Gallagher.
Or Gallagher. Sledge-o-matic.
Yeah, Sledge-o-matic. That'd be cool if they would have done a collaboration with Gallagher. Like death metal, Sledge. Yeah, he's like smashing heads.
You want a watermelon?
Yeah, he smashes heads like watermelons. It's Jeff Gallagher. Jeff Gallagher.
Sorry, I bet he's endured that his whole life.
Yeah.
Okay, so All right, Relapse Records, Make Them Beg for Death. Man, yeah. If you're trying to stay hip with death metal, you probably already heard this.
Yeah.
But if not, you should hear it.
If you want to get hipper, check
Uh-huh.
out Dying Fetus, Make Them Beg for Death.
So we've got a bunch of stuff coming up, and wow, we're coming right at 30 minutes. So I want to thank everyone in my family for not calling in the middle of this show because I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb, and I realized that about 5 minutes in. But so thank you. We've got about a minute left or two. So is there anything you want to say, Sean?
No,
Before we jam a little bit?
there's some shows coming up. I just want to talk about, some shows that we saw. The
yeah.
Deadites and the Mullins and the Motards played at 13th
John
floor.
Motard.
John Motard played at the 13th floor, and that was super fucking great.
That was fun.
Everyone
I had a
killed
good
it. You
time.
guys sounded great.
Thank you.
Deadites sounded so good. I haven't seen those guys in 20 years, but they
Dude.
tore it up.
I went to Houston and saw the first night of the Emos 30th reunion, and Sugar Shack played, and their set was incredible, the highlight. But at the end of the set, they had like their grunge lineup from '91. JR and Brent Prager came up and they played You're a Freak and another song, and they sounded great. And the Houston crowd, I think they were most popular in their grunge era there, so they ate it up. But Manhole, the Drunks, it was fun to see all the bands. Oh, and fucking Surfboard.
Surfboard.
They sounded great.
Cool.
Nathan sounds great with Surfboard.
Awesome.
And
sound.
so it was great to see Sean. Yeah, Jonathan Tobin was there. A shit
cool.
ton of people were out. I saw a lot of people I hadn't seen in a long time.
Yeah, I heard that the tickets for that sold out pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was lots of fun.
They could have probably held it at a bigger
Rockefellers.
place.
Yeah,
Hopefully
but
they
it
will.
was, I mean, if you saw the pictures, it was pretty packed. It was a good crowd.
Cool.
Yeah.
Upcoming shows, Toby and I are going to go see Soul Glow tomorrow with Zulu at the Parish. And then just recent shows, Boris and Melvin's at the Mohawk on the 3rd of October. Zeke's playing on the 5th.
We tried to get on that bill, but it was already filled.
Zeke and the
It's a
Drunks
Tuesday night.
and the Hookers. Yeah, I don't know who the Drunks are.
Yardwork's playing. I'll put we made a commercial. It's being edited.
Is
and
that
I'll
the
put
hardest
it on
to
the
find
channel.
bakery?
It's at the Quack South. We're playing at 8:30 on Saturday, and they have a thing called Soundstage or sound. Anyway, it's cool. They have a nice stage. I saw a jazz band play there.
Yeah.
And so it's cool.
Toby and I went and saw a show at the Andersonville Pub.
Oh my god. There was this band and I can't remember their name, but like they had samples before every song and they were like the corniest, like they were the samples you hear at the baseball game, like, before, like, that everyone knows. Like,
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't matter. Whatever. It's just like before every song. It's
All
like,
right. Yeah, it was bad. That place. Okay, anyway.
Well, they have a Jerry Maguire sample before this show.
Yeah.
You had me from the wind.
Yeah. Really, really corny bar, black light paint.
I'll still play there.
I won't go see you. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say that now. Even though it's
like
a 1
around
minute
the
walk
corner.
from my house.
Yeah.
And then we got a show, Toby's band, John Motard, and then my new band, The Forfeits and Total Diamonds. This is a ways off, so we're going to mention it in every single
11/11
episode. But Nigel Tufnell's day 11/11 at Brock Huffman's auto shop, Textune Automotive. So anyway, more details on that.
Yardwork 8:30 Quacks South.
Awesome.
Anyway,
Okay.
Saturday. All right, we're gonna play a jam.
All right,
Yeah.
we gonna jam this one out? Jam it on out.
Oh yeah, my record shelf collapsed up there, so you can. I'm waiting. I need more shelving.
So send donations for Toby's shelving to give your Venmo handle.
Oh yeah.
TobyLover70 at Venmo.com. Oh, here, no.
Oh, thank you.
Check this out, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You've been very patient.